JJ, you have been volunteering to personally hand deliver a deal like this to San Diego for weeks, and it finally happened. So what do you think of the trade?
Super fired up. How can you not be? Look, I've been very down on the New York Yankees, very down on Brian Cashman, very down on Hal Steinbrenner. They needed somebody who was box office. They needed somebody who was a difference maker. This is exactly the sort of bat that has been lacking from the New York Yankees. Juan Soto is a megastar. 950 career OPS. He's won a World Series. He's only 25 years old. He's left-handed. CeeLo, he fits like a glove. It's a fantastic no-brainer move. And the Yankees are acting like the Yankees.
One of those rare instances where you can really say it checks all the boxes from a Yankee standpoint. I don't think there's any negative side to it other than the fact that it's potentially just a one-year rental. We'll see how that plays out. You heard Andy reference that he felt like they gave up a lot. I mean, I don't really necessarily see it that way. I was excited to see Michael King in the Yankee rotation to see what he could become, but there's question marks there. And I thought the other pieces they gave up were more depth, rotational pieces, arms in the system. So, yes, they still have to address the pitching now moving forward. But to bring back a player of Juan Soto's caliber, track record, resume, an absolute no-brainer and a home run move for the Yanks.
Yeah, it definitely feels like this is the first worthy Yankees move they've made in a while. So do you think that this trade represents any sort of philosophical shift?
I'm not sure about that yet. I do love the fact that they went all in to get him for this year. But as far as the philosophical shift, like, I want to see what we look like here now in the long term and whether they really would pony up long-term to lock up Juan Soto. And I know that part of that will be Juan Soto's decision and what other teams might offer him if we get to next offseason and he does hit free agency. So that's for down the road. So, but you do love the fact that the Yankees are bringing him in here aboard for this season. At least he'll get a year of experience to feel what it's like playing in the Bronx, and maybe that helps swing his decision in their direction come next offseason.
The philosophy had to change. The Yankees went 82-80 a year ago, and I'm sure they're sitting there saying to themselves, we have Aaron Judge, we have Garrett Cole in the primes of their careers. We got to go and win this thing. Yeah. We have not been to a World Series since 2009. We haven't won it since 2009. What can we do differently? The Yankees have hung on to way too many of these prospects over the last couple of years. It hasn't necessarily materialized. A guy of Soto's caliber was out there, and I heard this in Andy's bit a few moments ago. There was no other bat that would have satisfied me and the fan base. That's not Cody Bellinger, not any of the other names that were out there. They had to get this guy. So, yeah, things needed to change.
Yeah, the Yankees missed the playoffs last season for the first time since 2016. So how much better are the Yankees with Soto, in your opinion? Like, what are your expectations? Playoffs, pennant, World Series?
Get to the World Series. I mean, as simple as that. You're going and putting Aaron Judge and Juan Soto in a lineup. And I'm not saying it's a given that the Yankees are going to be a World Series team. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do. They got to beat the Astros, who they never beat. The Rangers just won the World Series. The Baltimore Orioles are fantastic. But this lineup now has balance. They have left-handed hitters. I didn't even mention Alex Verdugo, who can hit seventh in the lineup. Grisham, who could come off the bench and be that fourth outfielder. But good luck pitching to Aaron Judge, Juan Soto. You're hitting Stanton fourth. Maybe he'll turn his season around or his career around, whatever you want to look at it. Yes, the Yankees now should be in the mindset and the expectation. CeeLo, World Series a bust.
100%, and especially because we don't know what the long-term situation is going to be with Soto. Maybe it is just a one-year deal for him to be here with the Yankees. But look, they're not that far removed from ALCS appearances. Yeah, they got swept by the Astros last time they were there, and there's a randomness to the baseball offseason that we've seen over the course of the last 5-10 years or so. But you add him to the mix, just that combination of Judge and Soto. You know, assuming Judge can have a relatively healthy season, Soto's track record of playing basically every day is well established. So you piece those two together in the lineup back-to-back, whether it's, you know, Soto-Judge or Judge-Soto, whatever the case may be, that makes a big difference, and it's a major facelift for this lineup.
It also feels good to talk about on our show,
yes.
Finally.